A row and or a pull is going to be another primal movement pattern. There are many variations within the different kinds of rows or pulls we do, and our wrist and our elbow position is going to completely change which part of your back you're using. Looking at it from the back, if our elbows are more flared, we are using more of our rear delts or our rear shoulders. If our elbows are slightly flared, a little bit more tucked, we're using more of our middle back or our rhomboids. If our elbows are fully tucked, we're using more of our lats, which are our wings, the muscles underneath our armpits, and can also contribute to that hourglass figure. Now you're gonna see form cues that say when we're taking our row, no matter if our elbow is flared, kind of flared, or tucked, we're trying to not break our back line with our elbow. This is our back line right here, okay? It's our vertical back line. And so our goal is to not try to break that back line with our elbow. So for those who are using resistance bands, it's going to be really important for you to make sure that you're far enough away from your anchor so that when you're in that full contraction, you can't physically get that elbow past. But a better way to ensure that your elbow isn't coming past your back line and also recruiting as much of your back muscles as possible and getting the most out of that movement is to aim your elbow to your hip. What that's going to do is it's going to allow you to have something to aim for and to stop at, fully contracting that muscle once you get to that hip. And so if I'm aiming for my hip, I never have an opportunity to break my back line. And if I'm aiming for my hip, I have an easier time contracting that muscle. Similar to how your elbow position is going to make a difference on which part of your back we're working, the way that our upper body is oriented will also impact which part of your back we're working. So if we're leaning back and we're rowing, we're going to be targeting more of our upper back. If we're a little bit more stationary, now it's in a more neutral position and we can really target delts, rhomboids, or lats. And when we're leaned forward, that's going to target more of your lats. So as you do your workouts, as you're reading the form cues and paying attention to the video demonstration, when we're leaned forward, that's for a reason, because we're specifically targeting a specific muscle group in your back. When our elbows are flared, that's for a reason. We're specifically targeting a specific muscle group in your back. And no matter which of the horizontal row we're practicing, we're trying to make sure that our elbow is reaching our hip so that we're not breaking that back line, giving us a better opportunity to contract that muscle to its true potential and therefore get more out of the movement. And that's Seated Rows 101.